On today's episode, MaMzobe was crying, saying that Manzimandi's decision of burying her alive is too harsh, and she requests Fakatwayo to talk to Manzimandi and request to change the punishment. But Fakatwayo says, "It makes me look like criminal too." But MaMzobe cries and requests again to request them and change her punishment. MaMzobe kneeling down and crying upon a hill where her grandfather was killed. Then she imagines her grandfather and cries, screaming, "Grandfather, the curse that you left is destroying your lineage." Then asks for a lead so that she can find out where her grandfather was buried, so that she can follow the tradition and finish this curse. Fakatwayo comes to meet Fephetha. Then he requests her if MaMzobe's punishment can be changed and if they can give her a light punishment. But Fephetha says, "Did your wife give Mthembu an option before killing him?" Fakatwayo becomes silent. Then Fephetha says her family, Fakatwayo's family, and everyone can live peacefully if MaMzobe is dead. Here Fakatwayo is seen with Msuthu, and he tells Msuthu about Fephetha, and then he begs to Msuthu to talk to the council, help him change MaMzobe's punishment because after all, she's his wife. Then he begs Msuthu to talk to Zomkholo about it, because Zomkholo's word are the final ones in the church. Then Msuthu says, maybe it would changed a little bit, but then promises to talk to Zomkholo about it. Scene shifts to Indabazitha, facing off Umvalasa and his wife. Then he says there's no peace since Umvalasa and Mabusi arrived in the village, so he suggests them to leave the village and go back. But Mabusi says, "Our family is dying one by a curse, and we are here to find my grandfather's body to perform the tradition and finish that curse." Meanwhile, a car arrives there and some people stare at Umvalasa and Mabusa with aggressive face, and they had weapons with them, but staring for a moment, that leave as they warned Umvalasa and Mabusi for anything silently. Then Indabezitha says, "This is what I was talking about," but Umvalasa says they're not leaving before they complete what they came to do. Lwazi comes in front of Gabasil's house and says he'll take his child away when it's born and raised it with Jabu, and warns her that when she gets out, if jail, she won't see her child. Then he expresses a lot of hatred towards her and says, "My mother was right. She warned me about you before," and insults her as she killed someone. Fakatwayo was seen talking by his own imagining Mumvalase sitting on a field. He asks for some strength to handle whatever is happening and considers that whatever is happening is right and trying to accept that. Scene shifts to Mevelas and Mabusi. Mabusi was worried if Skumba comes and kills them for real. She doesn't want anything like that to happen, as they had a child to raise. But Mvalasa says they're not going anywhere before they complete their task, and tells Mabusi not to be afraid of those who have no respect towards them, and tells her to be strong and leave everything to Mthembu, saying Mthembu is the king. Here MaMzobe was praying to Mthembu to have some mercy on her and soften Manzimandi's heart, so that her life gets saved. Meanwhile, Fakatwayo appears there and kneels down beside MaMzobe. Then MaMzobe asks him with hope, "What did Manzimandi say?" But Fakatwayo silently twinks his hand and resembles "No," seeing that MaMzobe starts to cry badly. Here Skumba is seen talking to the village people about Mabusi's mother, who is his own sister, but says she was an evil, and now Mabusi came to end what her mother started. Then he provokes the village people against Mabusi and tries to make them offended about Mabusi. Scene shifts and Msuthu, along with the members of council, are seen preparing a grave to bury MaMzobe, and Msuthu calling the ancient spirits, and on the other side, MaMzobe sitting in her bedroom with some candles, and she's trying to send some spiritual message to her beloved ones who passed away long ago and saying, "The world is done with me, so now I'm coming where you are," and begging them to welcome her in. Afterlife, and Fakatwayo seeing her standing behind her,